So if you want to start losing weight today, here are 5 practical strategies that you can implement straight away to start seeing results. Now, before we jump in, I should mention that the whole point of these strategies is to get you to reduce your calorie intake, which is the only metric that really matters if your goal is weight loss. So the first strategy is tried and tested, and that's simply removing any foods that are going to be tempting for you that are in your house. Now, we know that motivation is waning and it's not going to be with you 24/7. So if we can simply remove all of these temptations from the house, it'll make it that much harder for you to slip up. I like to use the analogy of a drug addict. If that addict has drugs that are spread all throughout the house, the likelihood that they stay in remission is extremely low. Now, if that same person was to move town, for example, away from their dealer, the likelihood of them being exposed to drugs is much lower, so the likelihood that they succeed in the long term is much higher. This is exactly the same way that you need to think about high-calorie food temptations that you have around you. Strategy number 2 is to reduce your plate size. Now, this may seem a little silly, but the research shows that just by reducing the size of the plate that you eat on, you can reduce your daily calorie intake by as much as 30%. And that 30% could mean as much as you staying the same weight as you are now, or you losing up to half a kilo a week. You can buy these portion control plates online and they only cost a couple of bucks, and some of them will even separate your macronutrients, so your protein, your carbohydrate, and your fat. Strategy number 3, and in my opinion the most important, is tracking the calories. So tracking the food that you're eating. It's what we call in the industry as counting calories. It's very hard to reach your target if you don't have an aim. So by setting a calorie target for yourself, you do have something to aim for and you can adjust as you go. Now, if you want to know exactly how to count your calories along with how you should structure your diet, then you should download my free ebook, The Busybody Fat Loss Formula, and that book will literally give you step-by-step structures starting from where you are now and how to move you through to attain the body of an athlete. You can find a link in the description, and best of all, it's free. Strategy number 4 is to have a plan. For more than a decade now, I've been working with people specifically on weight loss, and at least 95% of them, when they come to me, they don't have any real plan set out other than they're going to make healthier food choices. Now, losing weight and keeping it off long term really does require a complex plan, from nutrition to diet to exercise to schedule management to sleep. Again, go and download the book and that'll run through the structure of exactly how you do that. Now, strategy number 5, and probably as effective as counting your calories, is to have some form of accountability partner. Now, this could be a friend, it could be your wife or your partner, or it could be a coach like myself. Now, the research is pretty clear on this, that we're prepared to do more for others than we are to do for ourselves. So having a partner that can really call you out when you need to be called out is really, really important if you want to have that long-term success. To get even more benefit from an accountability partner, find somebody who's on a similar journey to you that has similar goals, and that way you can bring a little bit of competition into it. So there's 5 easy strategies that you can start implementing today to really get the body that you deserve. If you want a full fat loss formula from soup to nuts, again, download the book. It's completely free and it'll give you the exact schedule that you need to follow if you want to get those long-term results. But if you don't want to do any of the work and you want someone else like me to do the work for you, we're currently offering a 1-week free trial of our online coaching. So essentially, I'll do all the hard work for you. I'll create the nutrition plan based on your goals. I'll create the exercise program based on what your schedule is, and I'll essentially structure the entire program for you so you don't have to do any of the work. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.